Hi friends, welcome back to Walking with John. I'm here at Wall Springs Park in Palm Harbor. It's right off the Pinellas Trail, right along the Gulf of Mexico. I've never actually been over to this little park. I'm just 5 days post-surgery, so I didn't try to make it back out to too rugged of a trail. You can see I picked a nice spot to walk here. Pretty smooth and flat, and it's nice because I am recovering from the surgery, and I don't want to take a chance on hurting anything. I certainly don't want to go through the hernia surgery again unless it's absolutely necessary. And it's really kind of beautiful out here. It's just a nice evening for the walk. I was over here working in the area today. I thought I'd check out this little spot. I'd never actually been here before. It's right on the Gulf of Mexico spot, right on the water where you can kind of take a look. It doesn't open up to the Gulf here. You can't see it, but it's right here. It's right beside us. So right out there. So I'm doing a lot better. Like I said, I'm now about 5 days post-surgery, and I got out of the house yesterday morning for the first time, and got in a little walk, and kind of doing the same thing again here today, except I got out a little bit further. I actually got back to work today, got to do something, and thought, since I'm out here, I'll just get my half-hour walk in or hour walk in and take it easy and see how I feel, and find a nice place to snoop around and look at the local attractions. You can see the ducks out here on the water. What a beautiful evening we have. There's some people out here this evening. I can see why people would bring their families out here, why they would spend some time. There's lots to look at and do. You can see there's still some trees down from the storm damage we had this past fall. So my stitches are healing up. I got about probably 8 or 10 stitches across my belly button. They went through there and fixed the hernia, and I'm just so grateful to kind of have that behind me, have that in the past, because I don't know if you've ever been through having a hernia. If you have, every time I spoke to my doctor, she said, I wouldn't worry about it too much. You probably live the rest of your life. It'll never bother you. And I think most of the time that's probably accurate. It just happened that this time it did bother me, and I kind of paid for it there all at once. So it's, big picture wise, I'm kind of blessed. It's not like I was out on the trail, or I was in some country in South America or somewhere where I didn't have access to quick medical care. So all in all, it's probably a good blessing the way things worked out, and I'm able to get out and move around, and I think the recovery should be quick. They said like 4 to 6 weeks, no lifting anything heavy, but I have a feeling I'm probably going to go a little bit longer than that. It's kind of like after I did my hip surgery, I was afraid to do anything for quite a while. I took it very, very easy, and just kind of enjoyed. I was very deliberate with everything I did. I was walking, but I stayed on flat surfaces. I didn't climb. I didn't try to do anything crazy. I just tried to keep it moving, and that's what I'm going to do with my hernia here. I'm just going to keep everything moving. Not sit around. The more I sit around, the more it hurts. I haven't taken anything stronger than Tylenol, which is a good thing. I take a couple of Tylenol every 8 hours or so about 6 a day in the 5 days, but nothing stronger than that. And it's quite an incision across the belly button, so I can see why it would have hurt me, why it would have hurt a little bit. You can see here we're on the Gulf Coast of Florida. You can see the sun's starting to set. If you look on the map, this opens right up into the Gulf of Mexico. We're right beside it. It's just we're secluded in this little area, this little park that they have built, and like I said, it's probably good for families. I've been spending some time researching the Appalachian Trail. I've been spending more time researching the Florida Trail, and I got that new Florida Trail book I showed you in the last video, and I've been spending a lot of time with that. and I'm looking at where my next stop is going to be to take you all back onto the trail. And I'm not sure if it'll be this week or the following week, but I'm going to get back out there. That's still, you know, I'm very early in this journey, and that's still my primary goal of this YouTube channel, is to take you out onto the trail with me and show you some of the trails. So I know it might be a little bit disappointing right now. I haven't been out there except for just a couple of times, and I think there are going to be times when, you know, the trail is so diverse. They're going to be a little, sometimes on the road, going to be different things to do out there. So I just want to be able to take you with you and show you a little bit as best I can, as often as I can. And this is just a gorgeous place to be, and a gorgeous place to spend a little bit of time. Like I said, there are families out here, and they're enjoying the evening with their children, and being careful not to get anybody on film, but they're out here. And see, we got a little squirrel up here looking around, and you can see this is looking due west. So if you go right out beyond that little tree line, right out there is the Gulf of Mexico. That's it right there. We're right there. We're that close. And like I said, they just turned this little developed area into a park, which is nice. And it's real easy to get to. No fishing or net casting right there. We're going to keep moving around here. I think the park closes at dark, and I mean, it's probably going to be dark here by 5:45 or 6 o'clock, so I probably got a half an hour, 45 minutes at the most. The sun, once it starts dropping down, it goes fast. Little squirrel, don't mean to scare them off, but let me see if I can back away from them a little bit. And we got lots of squirrels here. Got plenty of stuff for them to eat, so they're pretty happy. He looks like he's a pretty healthy little squirrel right there, and sitting there comfortably and enjoying the evening. You doing all right, Mr. Squirrel? I'll let you alone. I'll let you alone. So, yeah, so anyway, this winds out a ways. I just wanted to make a loop, and I've already kind of made a couple of loops through and around, and I just wanted to bring you guys out here and show you a little bit in case you hadn't been here before. I'll put the name, of course, in the description there, and the name of the little park and little area, and hopefully sometime if you get over here we're right on the Gulf Coast. This is just south of Tarpon. It's in Palm Harbor, and it's real easy to get to, and lots of things real close. You can see just a gorgeous night, just a gorgeous little, we're not on the Florida Trail, but just a gorgeous little walking area that they have here. And it's good 5 days post-surgery. It's good for walking. Spend some time on this sand. It's one thing we got lots of down here in this area is sand, and just spend some time and move around a little bit and keep the videos rolling. And I'm still very excited about everything. I'm excited about the channel. I appreciate every single person that takes a minute just to watch the video, even if it's just a little bit. I don't know how to follow all the analytics yet. I still don't understand everything. I haven't learned exactly how to edit everything. So right now I'm just showing you a video stream of 10 minutes of my time out here. So at some point I'm going to learn. I'm going to figure this out. But like I said, it's very early in the process. I've only done a handful of videos, but I do promise you I will stay focused on the Florida Trail, and I will keep the videos coming throughout the year. And I expect to take you in more places than Florida, and I certainly expect to take you out onto the actual Florida Trail. If anybody has an area that they are interested in Central Florida and they'd like me to get out there and take a walk, just let me know in the response down there in the comments, and I'd be happy to go follow anywhere north or south of the Orlando area, north or south, within an hour or two. It's pretty easy for me to get out there. I drive over here to Tarpon a lot, in Tampa, this area a lot, but the Florida Trail doesn't come this far over to the coast. But it certainly has a nice area, lots of nice little areas along the beach to walk, and you can see this is one of them. I'm just out here along the Gulf Coast and the Gulf of Mexico, and you can see all the fronds that are down. This is all from the fall storms, or the late summer and the fall storms that we had. There are some big trees down in spots, but they've got everything passable through here. So they're doing their best. You know, Florida's recovering. This is what they do. They go through storms, and then they keep going, right? When we're going to have another storm next summer, it's how it is. It's how it's always been. It's how it's always going to be if you live down here. So anyway, I'm very grateful for you coming along. You can see the sun getting ready to set there into the Gulf of Mexico. Very grateful for this day. I'm very grateful for each one of you to take the time to share with me this journey. It's going to be a long journey, but I know it's going to go fast. I wish each of you well, and I look forward to chatting with you again very soon, hopefully from the Florida Trail. Good night, folks.